The next morning I called the property manager. I told him I was worried about the woman in 3C, said I'd been hearing disturbing noises for weeks, and last night sounded like someone might have been hurt. There was a long pause, then he said, "There's no one in 3C right now. That unit's been vacant since January." This was April. I laughed nervously, thinking he must be mistaken, but he insisted. Told me the place had been empty since the last tenant passed away. I asked what happened, and he dodged the question. Said something about legal stuff and that it wasn't his place to share details. That night I stayed up with my phone out, ready to record. Just before 1 o'clock, like clockwork, the footsteps started, then the whispering, then the dragging. I hit record and captured about 5 minutes of audio. Later, when I played it back, I turned the volume way up. That's when I caught something I'd missed the first time. Underneath the frantic whispering was that second voice again. A deep, raspy growl, barely audible. I played it back multiple times and isolated the sound as best I could. It said, "Don't let him hear us." I sat there frozen. I don't know why, but it felt like they were talking about me. The next day I talked to my neighbor across the hall, an older guy named Ron. He'd lived there for over a decade. I asked him casually at first if he ever heard anything from upstairs. His face dropped. "You've been hearing stuff too?" I nodded. He stepped out of his doorway, looked around like he didn't want anyone else to hear, then said, "You know what happened in 3C, right?" I shook my head. He sighed and told me a story. 5 years ago, a woman lived there. Mid-40s, lived alone. People started hearing strange things, banging, whispering, crying at night. She stopped coming outside, mail piled up. Eventually, someone called the police for a welfare check. When they got inside, they found her dead. But it wasn't a suicide. Not exactly. She died of what they called extreme psychological trauma. No drugs, no injuries, just terror. She'd barricaded herself inside, pushed all the furniture against the door. And here's the thing, next to her body, scratched into the hardwood floor with her fingernails, was a message. He told me to stay quiet. I felt sick. Ron said no one had lived in that unit since. Every time the landlord tried to rent it out, people broke the lease within weeks. Said the place felt wrong, cold, heavy. Later that night I decided to go see for myself. Around midnight I walked up to the 3rd floor and stood in